the old one. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic
Yeah.
check, mic check, mic
Okay,
check.
babe. All right, I'm gonna resend out the link. Hey guys, sorry for the technical difficulty. We're back. Thank you, Orange. All right, I'm just trying to resend the link out and update Instagram link. You have the link, or you got it because I sent it?
Nah, I haven't seen nothing that you sent.
Oh, maybe I didn't send it to that big group chat. Hold on, let me resend it. Hey, Gorge. Oh, you put it under Linktree?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, then I can't do
On
nothing
the
about
Poucher?
that. Yeah,
I thought you just said you had it.
I have the link, but if it's Linktree, I don't have the Linktree.
Oh, you just trying to change the Instagram one?
Yeah, I was, but no. Yeah.
What's
Hey,
up, people?
guys.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
All right, give this video a like, please. How's everybody's night going?
Man, that's 2 times in a row YouTube and got us on some good starting views. I'm serious. But I hope you guys are sending out the link all over again. We apologize for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, me neither.
But hey, it's always when it's scheduled.
Yeah, only when it's scheduled it does that. That's crazy.
Anything new going on this week? Orange, how'd your interviews go? Hey, whoever just joined us, hopefully you can hear us. Our sound should be working now. Huh?
I need to get.
What are you trying to do?
I need to take that other video off the page.
Oh, 5 people are probably going there.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, there's the 52 questions. I was about to go grab that. One second, guys. We're just trying to
make sure people aren't going to the old video.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Sounds good. Yes, please update the YouTube.
Yes.
No, we can't. Well, yeah, YouTube needs to update YouTube and get it
together. Because every time we
schedule
to do it correctly, not do it correctly, but try to be ahead of everything.
Yeah, the sound. I don't know. It's always something. Yeah. But we are back. We hope everyone is having a wonderful night and staying safe. I know lots always going on. 2020 is just the year if something's going on. Yeah. And so pray everybody's just staying safe, healthy, and blessed. You guys are the best. Thanks, Shook. Yes.
Who else do we have in here tonight?
I don't think they're signed into their account. If you guys can, like the video and subscribe to the page if you haven't. Also,
Please.
write hey in the comment section so we know who you are. Ugh. Anything new going on with you guys personally? Hey, you two lovely couple. Everyone should support. Thanks, Orange. Okay.
What?
Mom. Letty by design, just trying to stay in these COVID. Oh, stay sane. Yes. Who's that? Who's that?
I would assume that is your cousin, maybe related to Poppy.
Cousin what? Oh, that would make sense. Yes. Hey, cousin Let. Saquon figured it out.
Crazy.
I know. How is everything in California? So I know you were on I don't think I seen that you had to evacuate, but you guys were on standby for evacuation. So how are you guys doing? It's good now that the air is better. Oh, thank God. We had so much smog from the California fires. I can only imagine what it was like for you. But I'm glad you guys are okay. We had 3 weeks of bad air. It was horrible. Thank God it's clearing, especially because we're going into cold and flu season. So that's not something anyone needs. Auntie BB was on. She could not hear. Did you send her the new link, Mom?
And everyone that's on, can you guys like and subscribe?
Skills. What are you growing in your garden? That is definitely goals. Thanks, doll. You still sending it out? You still sending it out?
Yeah.
What?
Ain't that why I'm always in the phone? I'm just saying.
People always show out when we get on the radio.
No, every time
I have 8 plants from Puerto Rico and 10 trees. What? Wow.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
No, I think you can see that in every live though, where you're looking at me waiting for me to get off the phone to stop sending that out. Nice. Do you have I'm guessing you have to have a big yard to have all of that stuff. That's one of my goals. I want to have a lot of land so that we can grow our own food. Nothing like growing your own food. You know exactly what was grown, what soil and fertilizer. You didn't use any pesticides. You're getting fresh food. Hey, Auntie BB. So, Auntie BB.
Okay, size, but not really that big. Well, you got to work with what you have, so that's good. Because I know even like people in apartments, they'll grow like their little patio gardens too. So, but yes, I definitely want to get into that eventually. Grow what I can't buy in the store. Oh, that makes sense. You want to do one of the cards?
Hmm?
You want to do one of the cards?
Yeah, we could do it. What shit is it? What you laughing for? Everyone getting Puerto Rican sweet pepper plate for Christmas.
I'll take it.
They're not supposed to be random. What's up with the love language?
Sinking, because he is working my nerves. You are.
What they got to do with your love language?
My love language, actually, my top one, we just released a few new episodes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. 2 of them were like on communication. So we had one that discussed love languages. Yeah. And then we also had one that was about how to handle disagreements.
We did how to handle disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
We did the do's and don'ts to handle arguments. I think that's what it was. And we just released the how to create generational wealth and make your kids rich episode.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked those out, please do, and just give us some feedback and let us know what you guys think about those episodes. But yeah, so my love language was words of affirmation.
I believe so.
Was my highest one because it changed because we did our love languages like over a year ago.
Yeah, we did.
And so it changed.
I forget what mine was.
Your love language was quality time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yours was like words of affirmation and then acts of service, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
what?
Fill up my tank. See, I'm doing the quality time thing.
You will?
I know. But yeah. Okay. So let's see. Here, you could choose a random one. Okay.
All right, let's see.
What?
All right. You want to talk about it?
Oh, so basically these are 52 questions. We did this on here before. 52 questions to ask before marriage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before marriage. We're married now, but they're still beneficial to help strengthen your relationship.
Yeah, you have to be vulnerable, so I don't know if you want to talk about it now.
Those aren't great words of affirmations.
There wasn't a word for affirmation.
Exactly. Sink in the love tank. In disagreements, who usually gives in? Explain why you think this happens. I'll let you start this off since you want to talk about people being vulnerable.
Okay, I'll just start that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you giving a little bit more. I could be a little bit more stubborn. You're stubborn to begin with. Once I get angry or once I get, I guess, my emotion involved in it, then we just had a stalemate. But I can say, as of lately, I feel like I've been trying to do it a little bit more, like crack out of it. Like I'm not saying. Look, I'm already admitting to, not necessarily being the one to give in and being the stubborn one. But I'll say, as of lately, I have been trying to make more of a conscious effort to kind of, break the ice and, stuff like that.
Okay. So explain why you think that happens.
I mean, because I think I'm just stubborn.
Just because you're stubborn? That's why you think that?
Yeah, and sometimes I don't think I think sometimes we disagree on certain things that, sometimes it's not even in disagreeing on things. A lot of times it's miscommunication, I'd say, because I speak a certain type of way.
Riddles.
And let me finish. I speak a certain type of way, and the words that I say sometimes don't equal the same, like, in your mind.
It's just different logic.
Yes.
It's different perspective and how we receive different things.
Yeah, so I could say, you know,
Mommy
I
said,
could say, and let's say we're talking about a lion. I could say, something about the king of the jungle, right? Well, instead of it just being about the lion, somewhere in her mind, she would think I'm saying like, oh, the king of the jungle is like the top of everything. He the ruler, and it just kind of skews the message. I'd say when we have a different definition of certain things, because sometimes we basically saying the same thing, but you know, it just get thrown off because of words, I believe.
I agree that it's miscommunication, and I agree that I give in. What did it say? Yeah, I usually give in disagreements at the end once I feel like self-reflect, and for me, my goal is to always become better. So sometimes, like during the beginning, I try to catch myself and be aware of what's going on and not go into defense. So like in our argument video, we discussed some of the things you shouldn't do in arguments. And we're still a work in progress because we do them. But I feel like sometimes it's just natural for you to go into a defense. And so sometimes I try to consciously not do that so that I can receive the message. Because a lot of times when people are angry, yelling, or are bringing you something, it's just because they're hurt. So you shouldn't really take it personal. And you should just try to really figure out why they're feeling the way they are. But sometimes I take it personal. So then once I can calm down, and self-reflect, then I can say, okay, I know this wasn't my intention. And then I can come have a discussion and say, okay, I see what you're saying, apologize, and, move forward. But yeah, I think also, good girl, try to listen and hear him. Marriage or any relationship worth having is a work in progress. Very true. Very true. So yeah, that's one thing I feel like, that I've been definitely working on. All right, so next one.
What?
Why are you closing your eyes? I'm choosing. Okay. This is interesting, especially, God rest her soul, with the passing of RBG.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
What are your feelings about genetic testing, abortion, and birthing techniques?
So, all right. Give me what are they? What's the first one?
How about, let's see. Y'all are doing good with this awareness so early on. Thank you. We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. When you know better, you do better.
Well, you eventually do better.
When you know better, you should do better.
Yeah, it takes time.
But any growth takes time. Any growth is uncomfortable. Oh man, yeah. Especially if someone tries to tell me I'm wrong. That's something. But I'm growing. Well, maybe let me just ask this. Okay. So what are your feelings about genetic testing? Is the first one. Abortion and birthing techniques.
All right. So genetic testing.
Hey, Uncle Mark.
What's up, Uncle Mark?
Hi, baby.
Genetic testing was the first, right?
Yeah. So like testing to see if your child would potentially come out with any disabilities, any issues.
It depends on what the process of that is.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just talking about something recently where like I feel like if the egg has to come out of you and everything like that to do any of that type of testing, I don't think.
So what if they just have, because for that they basically take a sample of the embryo. So basically they go inside my uterus and take a sample of the fetus.
Yeah, I mean, you want them to do that to the fetus, though?
No, I don't want that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't agree with that.
So sometimes, though,
last resort stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say sometimes when they see things on ultrasounds or in blood work,
mhm.
They may find it necessary to do that. Like the risk may outweigh, or
Yeah.
the benefit may outweigh the risk.
Yeah, in those cases, okay.
But not just to say, oh, let me just make sure my child has nothing wrong with them, just because.
Correct.
Okay. Now, what about abortion?
Hold on. Your mom says, I feel genetic testing is helpful in diagnosing conditions like sickle cell. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And sickle cell is serious.
Yep.
We have people like Siobhan. Siobhan has sickle cell.
Mm-hmm. And it's also good to know when you're going to get married and have children, if you both have the trait for sickle cell. So, for example, he has the trait. I don't, thankfully. So us having a child, our child won't have sickle cell, but they'll potentially have the trait for it. So if then that point, it is really good to know. Good point, Ma.
So by the way, please like this video.
Yes, give us some likes and subscribe to the page if you haven't already. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So abortion. How do I feel about abortion? I feel like abortion shouldn't be a recreational thing. And not a recreation. Yeah, it's, you shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't be able to just say, "Oh, yeah, I'm
you
just
don't
gonna
want to be pregnant," so you just.
Yeah, that I don't agree with that. I think that there's some people in life that continue to make these mistakes over and over and over again, and I don't think that we should allow them to continue to kill a life and harm their own body.
I agree, minus the we should allow them.
No, I mean, I mean.
Okay, but you just don't think that it should be allowed.
Yeah.
Because you were not allowing anybody to do it.
No, I'm not saying we're allowing them to do it, but the whole thing is, I do think that people second guess certain things. Like, let's say you give them a whole professional facility to go do it, and then they got the other, and excuse my
ignorance.
No, insensitivity, but let's say you got somebody over there yanking them out with the hanger. How many people gonna go to that? You get what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people who did.
No, I'm not saying that people aren't going to.
But people would prefer a professional space where they know the risk is less.
Yeah. It kind of softens the blow for certain people. So, that's just how I feel about that.
Okay.
I believe, and I also believe that people that, are like raped and things like that, if they end up, having, or want to do that, then I think they should be able to.
And then what are your feelings about birthing techniques?
Birthing techniques, I mean, the only thing I could really think of is like midwife, no midwife, house,
cesarean.
Yes, I don't agree with that. I'm not saying I don't agree with it, because if you have to do it, you have to do it.
But you don't think it should be as common as it is?
Yeah, I don't think it should be that common at all.
Why?
Because it's not the natural process. I feel like the intensity that a mother goes through by pushing out a child, and the intensity that a child goes through from getting his head squished, his or her head squished through the vaginal canal and everything like that, I believe that it creates a bond with between the mother and the child, some type of way. It's just that, that, just like I said, that intensity, that energy, I think it creates a bond. And when you do it the other way, it takes away from that. But you know what I can say with y'all though, which is interesting, being that y'all are more, y'all have a lot more physical touch. So that's interesting, because that's something that I think that can be taken away from it. it's like that need for physical touch. I love the anesthesia.
Well, no, it doesn't take it away. Actually, they say non-labored cesareans, non-labored
Hey, what's up, Mom?
C-sections. Hey, Mama J, non-labored cesareans, actually, those children typically have a desire for physical touch
They crave it
because
more.
because they didn't have that experience of going through the birth canal. So let's see. Mommy says, I feel that it is a woman's right to govern her body. Facts. I would never pass judgment on someone else. We all do. But I get what you're saying. A rape victim is a different story. Very true. Auntie Baby says, I agree. Mommy said I had 4 C-sections. And Cousin Let said, but the data shows that access to abortion does not increase the number. It is just safer. People would do the hanger option if it is the only option, if it is their only option. And then Mommy said, I love the anesthesia. Okay. So I guess I'll answer the questions as well. Well, I kind of answered the genetic testing one. I do think if it's like a blood test or something you can do that way, it can be beneficial just so you can know what things to look out for. With genetics isn't necessarily everything. A lot of people think things are just hereditary, but a lot of it is both your genetics and your environment. So I do think knowing the genetics can help you make sure you're living a lifestyle that could hopefully prevent those genes from being turned on. I think that is a great option. Abortion, I do believe a woman has, this is the tough part for me, because I do definitely believe like you have the right to do whatever you want with your body, whether I think it's right or wrong. I agree with Saquon when he says, like, I do think there's some women who, because everything is a choice for the most part. Rape is a different story. But everything is a choice. And I do think there are times when people continuously make the same choice because they know that they have out. And granted, there's things like Plan B pills, because you can also say, is that wrong? Because for me, the dilemma comes where it's like, I do believe everything happens for a reason. So if you get pregnant, I think there's purpose in that pregnancy. But it's like, I can't make that decision for anybody else. And I've never been in that situation to where I had to confront that idea of, should I give up my child? Like I've never been in that situation to really understand how that person's mindset is working, how they feel. I know people who have made that choice, and some people have made it multiple times. And honestly, it was just out of irresponsibility rather than it being necessarily a necessity. So I think that for me personally, I do think that a woman has the right to do whatever she wants, but I'm not necessarily for recreational, as Saquon called it, abortions either. I do think there's a time like when there's sometimes pregnancy can cause risk to a mom, and it can, cause the mom to lose her life and things of that nature, or if it's like a rape victim. But it's just hard. And so those are my feelings towards it. But what I say, there should be a law that disallows women to make that choice for themselves. No. But I also believe too, once you're pregnant, that's a life. So
yeah, you know what? Oh, go ahead. It's kind of off topic. You can finish those.
Okay. So last thing about birthing techniques, I do believe that I hear what y'all are saying, and I have unfortunately known those people who use it more recreationally. I think they are a small minority. That's interesting. And I guess it's like, because I don't know too many people or they don't disclose to me that they're doing it. I can only go off of like my experiences, and then I don't know necessarily the data on why most women get it. So, but that would be good if that is like a small minority who are doing it. Like I would hope they wouldn't do it at all, but I'm glad it's like a smaller percentage than maybe more women do it because of other reasons,
Yeah, I mean, I would like to just know what's the other reasons.
Well, it could be anything. But okay.
Moving on.
So you better relax, buddy. So birthing techniques. So going through school, in my obstetrics class, it was interesting because the lady who taught it, she was a midwife, and she was discussing how like some women really like plan the baby's birth around their own schedule. So it's like data also shows the more access to birth control and health education reduce number of abortion. Not sure on data reasons. Can you tell I work with researchers? Yes, and I love it because I do like to be able to back up what I'm saying. So I don't know that knowledge. So I love that you work with researchers and you have the research and the data. But yeah, so I do. The midwife, she was telling us that like a lot of women actually schedule cesareans around like their schedule. They're just like, okay, well, I want to plan my C-section for this date because I have plans for the next month or whatever. And to me, I don't agree with that because I do feel like your child lets you know when they're ready to come out. And of course, there's things that happen. There's health risks. You know, you could have preeclampsia, just gestational diabetes, different things like that, which put you at risk to where you should be induced earlier. But I do think C-section has become like a norm, and it's become something that women do just to not experience the pain, which I can understand. Like, you don't want to do something that's going to be super painful. But there are hormones that are released when, you're having contractions, and there is oxytocin and progesterone, things that oxytocin that elevates when you're in labor and having the baby. And that does cause for there to be a bond, even breastfeeding causes a bond between you and your child. So I think when it's necessary, it's definitely good. But also you have to think about it. Hospitals are like a business, so they want to get you in and out.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
A lot of times they'll induce you, and you'll plan for like a vaginal birth, but then if it doesn't go quick enough on their schedule, then they may say, okay, well, we have to do a C-section.
Well, not even that.
And then
sorry. But you remember the last situation we heard from with my mother? It's like they kind of trying to convince you ahead of time that you might need.
Yeah. And then also, excuse me. Oh, now I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
It's all right. Mommy said, I plan to have Daniel on my daddy's birthday, March 3rd. My doctor said that the last patient that did that died. I think he was trying to scare me, so Dan was born on March 1st. Oh, you tried to plan the C-section. And that's another thing. Some women have C-sections, and then after that, they think they can only still have C-sections, which isn't true. It's called a VBAC, a vaginal birth after cesarean, but you just have to work with the right people, but it is a possibility. So yeah, interesting. That one was kind of, deep, on a deeper level.
Yeah.
But the reason why I said that the Supreme Court Justice who just passed away, why it made me think of her is because she was so transformational in equal rights, women's rights, and making sure that, women had like equal pay and had control over their body. And so now with the seat open, and this President Trump being the one to elect who the next, well, not elect, like choose who he wants to have that seat. Mm-hmm. It can change a lot as far as laws go, especially concerning women. Auntie Bibi said, Janae was born early because she was going through a rough time. Her heart rate kept falling. And see, that makes sense. It's like the baby, like the benefit outweighs the risk to have an earlier delivery.
Yeah.
All right. So next.
All Listen, ready?
I'm ready.
What are the determining factors for who would take care of dependents? Children, parents, pets.
Mm.
And how do you feel about utilizing childcare, daycare, nannies, nursing homes,
That's so
etc.?
funny.
I know.
We just had a conversation about this. We were talking about au pairs and Mr. Stank over here.
Yeah. Anyway.
But okay, so you're gonna answer first?
No, you can answer first.
Oh, you want me
I
to
answered
answer
first
first?
last time.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right. So I feel like what are the determining factors for who will take care of dependents? Like with us or like with our siblings? I don't really get okay, as far as children. Okay, as far as children goes, if we both made the baby, we both gonna take care of the baby. Of course, like there's certain things I can do that he can't do. I can breastfeed, he can't breastfeed. So Uncle Chris is watching at work. Hey, Uncle Chris.
What's up, Uncle Chris? What's up?
So there's certain things that, I can do. And I feel like as mothers, intuitively, you just are maybe more nurturing and just certain things that you do naturally. And then a dad does certain things more naturally as well. So I just feel like, but as far as who takes care of the dependents, who takes care of the kids, we both are.
Yeah, same thing for pets.
For pets, yeah, we both are. We actually walk the dog together.
Yeah.
But if he's out of town, I'm walking the dog. If I'm out of town, he's walking the dog.
Yeah.
So I don't think that one, like there's a role for that.
I feel like
I thought I was answering first. Here you go.
You're right. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, babe.
Nah, it's just an interesting question. So I still hold my.
Are you gonna remember?
Yes.
Promise?
Yep.
Okay. And then parents. So I think for parents, it's still equal. Like once you're married, you're one. So we are a team and we do things as a single unit. So if it's his parents, if it's my parents, we're going to take care of them together. Pump, sis, and let boss daddy feed my grandchildren, do it together. He does not have breasts. He can feed them once.
No, she said, I think she's saying you pump, and I guess.
Oh, pump. Oh, yeah. I thought she was like, pump your brakes, sis. But okay, pump, sis. Yeah, I'm contemplating on when I'll start pumping because I don't know if I want them to be essentially breastfed in the beginning. Still need to do some more research.
Wait,
but
you don't what?
Huh?
What?
I said in the beginning, like the first month or two,
I don't know.
They may be because it's not really a decision yet. I'm just things I see in my groups.
Contemplating such. But go ahead.
All right. So, So literally, dependence. It's both of us. The determining factor is that we are a married couple and we made a decision to be one. So this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll let you answer that first part and then we can answer the second part.
Good.
Okay.
So children and pets, even, right?
Go ahead.
The parents, right?
Good.
The parents is even. The parents is even, right?
Pump the brake. Oh, pump the breast. Oh, yeah.
But not. The parents is even, right?
Uh-huh.
But let's say, like, it's just certain stuff that I guess just won't be done. Like
what?
Like, let's say we have to take care of your mom, right? And she's
where it depends.
Yeah.
God forbid. Mom, you're gonna be one hip, functional, active, 80, 90-year-old doing your thing, girl. I told you we're gonna have the house for you.
Yeah. Now
you will probably need to pump.
Why
would you say such a thing, Mama Jack?
If she on the depends, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think that
I'm gonna be able
to. I don't think it's appropriate, and I might not be able to muster up the feelings to do that. Now,
who said I want the mustard feelings?
I'm just saying, you're the one that you all in for the even. Now I got a solution though. I got a solution.
Caregiver?
Yes. So cause I wouldn't even let's say you go away. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want to feel bad or something. You get what I'm saying? And somebody, just, yeah, I'm not going to go into detail like that. But, because I'm not the best with old people like that. Geriatrics, not my strong suit.
Well, that you're not the. What do you mean? Explain that. 'Cause that sounds a little crazy.
Geriatrics is just not my strong suit. So
hey, what you mean?
The
just the cleanliness, because you can be around like elderly people.
Like, mommy, you remember you told me to get a job cleaning up doo-doo and all this stuff at the hospital and all that. Like stuff like that, I can't do that. I'm just but that's not
that doesn't mean, because even if like there's a mentally challenged person who couldn't clean up after themselves and ward depends, it's not that you're not good with geriatrics. You're just not good with that aspect of care of a person.
No,
but he will be changing the baby's diapers.
See, and that's why I say geriatrics, because I feel, and it's not geriatrics. I guess know it start like, I guess maybe like 4 years old. After that, I start losing the feeling.
Auntie Mimi said my sister would be dirty and waiting for you, Sean.
No, she
if
not.
I went out of town.
No, she would not.
Mommy said yes, B.
No, she would not. No, she would not. That's not how. No, like I said, I had the solution.
Oh, it's delayed.
It is delayed.
Yeah.
But like how the same way we already have like thoughts for certain things, it would be there. It would be people.
We're gonna make sure you're well taken care of.
I just can't do it. Like, what I'm saying? Like,
but that's not geriatric.
I guess it's not geriatrics. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, 4 or 5 years old, we start, getting a little bit frustrated now.
Our child?
If they got doodle all over the place and stuff, yeah, like
you don't be cleaning.
No, I mean, like I said, that's around the time I start getting a little bit like.
Let's just speak into existence. Our children will be well potty trained by 4 or 5.
You said I'm gonna be cleaning.
If it happens, what about your Uncle Mark? Uncle Mark, listen.
Mark, you too.
You too. We got you.
We got. It's a caregiver.
We got you.
Caregiver.
Yes, but seriously,
I'm not wiping no butts.
Okay, babe. Thank you. That's not in his duty list. No pun intended. You're making me childish with you. But yeah, your mom said, only because the baby doesn't usually feed enough and you will get engorged. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. But yes. So we would definitely both equally take care of the parents, and we may have different roles or responsibilities, but we are both contributing to taking care of the parents as well.
Definitely.
Okay, so the next part of the question is, how do you feel about utilizing childcare, daycare, nannies, nursing homes, etc.? So I'll start with a quick and simple. I'm not with the nursing homes because I do feel like a lot of times the patient to provider ratio is off, and a lot of times they're taking care of more people than what they can really handle. Also, you just hear bad stories about neglect and stuff, and I just don't want to drop off our parents at a nursing home and just like go and visit them on weekends. I would prefer, honestly, just to know, Saquon, you were potty trained really early.
Yeah, I know.
Nana, what about me?
Nana said she had me walking around naked until I figured it out.
But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So depending on the functionality of our parents at certain ages, if they have to live with us, if they are functional, I would still want them to have their own independence. So we would just have like a guest house on the property. So where it's like you have your own space, you can do your own thing, but we're close by to make sure that you're taken care of as well. But yeah, so no, I'm not really for nursing homes. I would have you go on day trips though, so that you can spend time with people your age, play your bingo and socialize so that you can still, I just think when people get older, sometimes they don't keep their mind fed with information. And so that's how you can lose cognitive ability as well. So I would just want you to still be socializing, still getting out, still walking, moving around, things like that. No, you never liked being wet. You were always smart and self-sufficient, Dolly. Thanks. What age was I potty trained? We need to know these answers, Dolly. As far as childcare, I would prefer for childcare it to be family. So our parents, if that wasn't an option, depending on like where we live and things like that, if that wasn't an option, then I would then I would look into childcare and I would make sure it's the ones that have the video cameras. F y'all, I'm talking about B. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I would want to make sure it's one with cameras, vetted, everything. As far as a nanny is concerned, so we were talking about around 15 months. 15 months for childcare, Mom? Oh no, around 15 months is when I was potty trained. Okay, it's pretty good, pretty good. I was doing my thing before H2. But yeah, so as far as nanny goes, so Saquon and I were talking about this, and what are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about? So basically, colleague, the question is, how do you feel about utilizing childcare, daycare, nannies, or nursing homes? So basically for people that you have to take care of, either your children, your parents, and your pets. We used to take Kai to a daycare, actually. So that he could socialize with other dogs and have fun. So we were not fully against it. But yeah, so as far as a nanny is concerned, I would hope that I wouldn't need one. I want to be in a financial position to where both Saquon and I are able to be home with our children and not have to go into a job to work if we don't want to. Now, we may choose to do certain jobs and work and have our own businesses and things of that nature. But our goal is to be financially free, have wealth, and have our assets making money for us so that we can be there with our children. So as far as a nanny and someone going to be like in the household and maybe stay there, like an au pair, I'm not against it, but I don't think I would do that. Yes, your godmother kept you on the road. Potty training was a must. Yes, she sure did. I was a traveling diva, a glorified doggy resort. Yes, only the best for Kai. All right, babe. So what do you feel about nursing homes, childcare, and nannies?
Nursing homes is a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe that those people necessarily take care of your family like family.
Like the way you would. Yeah. No one's gonna love you the way I do. You remember that was our jam. You should have hit the note.
I don't know if that was our
Nobody. Yes, it was. When we went to Sharks. Mom, did you hear Sharks has the Blues closed? But yeah, that was our jam. Boo Biz, you're here. Are you taking a steady break, doll?
What's up?
Booby says she'll have a nanny. Okay, girl. Would you, question real quick before you answer, babe.
Uh-huh.
Would you have like an au pair, it's like a foreign nanny, or would you have like, does it matter? Childcare, he better take care of
Something's wrong.
with colleagues.
Yeah.
Yes.
On a little break.
Yay. Thank you for joining us. You're always here for us. We love you.
All right. So nursing homes is no go. Childcare. What did you say about childcare?
So I said I would prefer it be our family who's watching them, but if they're unable to because we don't live in the same state or something like that, and it was a necessity, then I would want it to be a place that has like the cameras where you can see what's going on with child, well vetted.
Pretty much.
We play no games.
Yeah, so I'm not against just outside childcare. I would prefer family. Like she said, I have to be able to just see everything.
Hey, Camille, stay.
And if I'm not able, I just got to see everything. Either I need to be home working and just need help or something. Or I just need to be able to go on my phone and see my child. But that's how simple that is for me.
Living nanny.
Daycare.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, daycare is kind of the same thing. A living nanny. A living nanny is not happening with me.
First of all, hold on. It would have to be a discussion with his wife, but he does not.
You already said you're not.
I said that's not my goal, but you just be trying to be boss daddy and be real. He really takes boss daddy to the head.
No, I don't.
And yes, he does. So I'm saying it's not happening with me. Not in my house, in our house, and it would have to be a discussion. But luckily, I don't perceive that happening, so we're on the same page.
Right.
But go ahead.
So
I digress.
Before I was interrupted, living nannies, it's not happening with me.
Hey, Milty.
I don't think that's cool. I understand where it can help.
Right.
You know, but maybe it's just for my, no, it's not even from a belief. So I look at it like a nanny is basically a nanny. Like you just don't breastfeed. You just don't do like instinctively motherly things, I guess, as a nanny.
I wouldn't say that's true.
So there are things that you do instinctively?
Instinctively, yeah. Because when we were watching like DJ MV's the KC Crew podcast, and they have a living nanny, and their daughter like sleeps with her, and like she's just so considerate and stuff. But that's still she's doing. Excuse me.
No, she's doing motherly things.
Exactly.
No,
that's
right.
all I'm saying.
You're right. She is.
But that's not what you want. You don't. Sorry, baby. Go ahead.
No. Yeah. So I don't want anybody.
That attachment.
I don't want anybody that I'm paying to have that type of attachment to my family.
Mm-hmm.
This is that, like, my family is my personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Me paying you is business.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to come and leave and get your check at the end of the week or bi-weekly. And hopefully if I got bread like that, I could pay you by the month or 6 or whatever. And I probably won't do that because I don't trust people like that. So pretty much that's it. You need to come and go. And I would hope to be able to even limit it to less than 6 hours a week. I don't want you around my cat. I don't want you around my kid like that.
Yeah.
I don't want you around my family like that.
He's very extra. He's not extra. He distrusts people. I do believe though. Hold on, baby. I do believe though that if you have someone like, we want a chef. So if we have a chef there and there's one that we constantly use, eventually you do form a relationship with that person. So I don't think that it's necessarily like, oh, you just come do the work, I pay you, you go. For certain things, maybe landscape or things like that, it may happen. But I do think the more you see somebody, you may form a relationship with that person.
No, you do. You do form a relationship with them. I'm not taking that part away at all. But the thing about it is it's a different type of relationship when that person is there all the time.
Yeah.
It feels like family when that person lives with you all the time.
I agree. Hold on. Y'all been chatting it up. Okay, hold on, guys.
And then on top of that, if you got a newborn that's introduced to this person like that for the rest of their lives, I'm good.
That's not always for the rest of their lives.
But
I get what you're saying. You just don't want your child to have that relationship with someone outside of your family that you hired to work for you.
Pretty much.
All right. Uncle Mark said, no English speaking nanny. Isaac, head on to our YouTube. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what
Booby said not. Hey, Camille, if I didn't say hi.
What's up, Camille?
Booby said no living nanny. Okay, so you would just have someone come and leave. Let's see. Booby said yes. Booby said yes. That's all me. I'm doing all the camera stuff. Yes. Listen, in our house, we're gonna have cameras. So, yes, totally sad. Oh, Shars has the blues. Mm-hmm. I prefer family as well, but I don't want to be a burden either. Definitely understand that, especially like after your parents raised you. It's like you don't want to put that burden of them on raising your children too.
Sure.
Auntie Bibi said I will be Janae's nanny. Yes, you do, Saquon.
Yes, I do.
I'm not sure, but I think he was talking about. Oh, you took Boss Daddy to the head. I think that's when I seen that come up. Let's see. Go to the zoo. Okay. Mommy said I always had nannies for you guys. I told Saquon that, mostly undocumented, but they could cook and clean. Yeah, and they weren't bad. I didn't have any bad experiences. I think we chased away a few. Okay. Yep, that's true. Keep it private. I'll have a chef too. Yes, yes.
What's up? What's
I was
up?
blessed by Uncle Michael to stay home. That is such a blessing.
Isaac
Mommy.
in the chat.
Hey, Milty. One of my favorite nannies were from Honduras, and she had lost her son. She developed a love for
I'm gonna go get the
Andre
bottle. I'm gonna
and
let you
take
know.
care of him as he was her own.
I'm just letting you know what I'm saying.
I remember her. Oh, okay. But yeah, so yeah, childcare, and it's like so many times, like even if you have someone in your house, like you see those stories on the news where like they have the secret nanny cams and they're shaking up the kids and all that stuff. It's like, God forbid that happening, like to anybody, because it's, that's your child.
Yeah.
But yeah, so needless to say, the goal is to be financially, go ahead, independent so that we can be in a position to where we both can be home and not have to work. But if we choose to work, we're able to do it where it fits our schedule.
Yeah, had the luxuries of life. I mean, I just look at it like I want to have the freedom to be home, had a family around too. And I still have somebody cleaning up around the house. I mean,
we're gonna clean too, but
no, we're
it's
gonna
like,
clean, but I
you
need
want
somebody.
that extra good deep cleaning, just come once a
Yeah.
month and stuff to really get the blinds and everything.
I ain't
And
even
maybe
talking
more
about
than
like
once
that.
a month too.
It might be some time that the fam at the house and I just got maintenance there.
Okay, babe, show your drink. I can't with this man.
I'm serious though. Anyway, what I'm drinking, Khalik, is a bourbon. There you go. If you could see it.
That's the one Dan gave us?
No.
This is another one?
This one, I got.
This is in the back of the fridge? On the top of the fridge?
This one, no.
That one's closed?
That's the one your mom got me.
Oh, okay. You or us?
Huh?
Even though I'm not going to drink it. You or us? She got it for you or us?
She got it for me, I think.
When?
I thought it was for me.
When?
I thought it was for the wedding.
Probably was for you.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. That was a good one. That was a good question. See, these are great questions. Even if you're not, or if you are married, these are still great questions to ask.
You thought I was going to come back with some exclusive shit. What bourbon you be sipping on?
All right. Like guys, like they.
And it's not
Nothing.
and it's not exclusive. It's not exclusive. It's like a $20-something bottle.
I had a bad. Mommy's gonna.
Not even what bourbon you be
How
sipping
you
on. What
decide
exclusive
which
you
one?
be sipping on, like on a daily?
Okay, this is a good one.
I would like to know.
So, this question says, how will you decide who is responsible for which chores? So, to me,
I thought I'm supposed to be answering it. You read it.
okay. All right, chill, brother. Go ahead. Dang, y'all see this? Tone, people. That's side note. Tone is
I guess
everything.
my tone was bad there, I
Yes,
guess.
like it's like
That's what she'd say. That's what she said. All right, but
All right.
What's the question?
How will you decide who is responsible for which chores?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I can't see it from here.
Hey, this is Instagram.
Instagram.
Hi, Instagram. We're live on YouTube. So if you want to join us on our YouTube, go to the Power Trip Podcast and join there. But you can listen here too. We just can't see your comments. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
But
you forgot the question.
Deciding who's responsible for which chores. For the most part, everything's even with us. We just go at it, go at things until one of us probably say, well, I might say, oh, I'm gonna do this, or you'll say you'll do this. Let's say stuff like dishes. For the most part,
We both do it.
Yeah, we both do it, but I probably touch them less, and she always say that she'll get them. I'm cool with the dishwasher,
Dolly.
but she washes. She likes to hand wash them more. So that's kind of how that goes.
But certain things like the garbage, like
Yeah,
you'll
that's
do
what I'm
that.
saying. But I said that I would do it though.
Yeah, he went like okay, listen, y'all. I'm very capable of doing anything. So for me, it wasn't because you have some people who think there are roles, and maybe there are some roles in relationships. So there's some people who think that there's roles that women should do and there's roles that men should do. Like some women will not pump their own gas. They will leave their car on E, have their man go out to the gas station. Remember, baby, I was telling you about that? Go out to the gas station and pump their gas. For me, I never looked at it like that because, I mean, my mom is just a beast in these streets. So she's just a boss and she just does what needs to be done. So for me, it was never like I'm doing a man's job. It's just like this needs to be done around our house. I'm going to do it. So Saquon was like, let me take out the garbage. He wanted to take out the garbage. And so at first I'm like,
What's
what's like, we can both take it out. And so he was like, no, as a man, this is something that I want to do. And I'm taking it like, oh, so you need this, guys, this is before my growth.
And I guess
this was before my growth.
And I guess now even looking at it, right, I don't look at it like, oh, as a man, right? I guess personally, me watching you take out the garbage does not look right.
Yeah. And so this is before both of our growth because our communication, he was saying the same kind of thing, but in a way where I took it like
as a misogynistic
BS. So he was like, as a man, I want to do this. And I'm like, whoa, Daddy Mac, you need to feel like a man to take out the garbage. Oh, this is before the growth. I'm grown. I've grown. So now, but I understand that, like, okay, this is something he wants to do because he doesn't want me to have to, take out stinky garbage. So that's just something, an appreciation of him wanting to take a task from me. So with that understanding, that's something I let him do. Before, I used to be like, listen, honey, the trash comes Wednesday. If he didn't take it out when I wanted him to take it out, I'm rolling that sucker out, cutting the grass. I just did, like, I don't know. Okay. Don't judge. I was excited to try out our new lawnmower. So I was cutting the grass.
Yeah, I pull up to the house. She got the lawnmower in the front. I'm like, I thought I said I was going to do this.
I just wanted to try it out. Sometimes I just like trying out new things. Okay. And so to me, it didn't seem like this is a man's work versus men's work versus women's work. So I didn't look at it that way. And so most of our chores, like we do kind of just split. Like sometimes he'll be cooking more or sometimes I'll cook more. Sometimes he'll wash the dishes less and I'll wash them more. But it's just that give and take. And it's like we both still contribute to our overall household about the same.
And I could say also, like, let's say the cooking thing, how you feel about it, how we talk about it, right? I think as we grow, we actually do choose, I guess, certain duties that we want to kind of make a personal tackle for ourselves. To say, hey, I'm gonna make sure we get on point with this.
Yeah, try to build up our own habits and consistency and just good habits for our household.
Yeah, pretty much. If we see that it's something that needs to be worked on and it's a chore at that point to work on it, if that's something for her. Not something for
like
her.
A goal
if
for
she
me.
Thought about it, if that's something that's personally bothering her, then she'll make that a chore for herself to fix that for both of us.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Yes. And so, it was funny. We had a conversation with our friends who they do look at it like there are roles in a relationship. They're like very strict within there. I know. I sent it to her. But so I was talking to them and she was like, well, no, that's let the man do that with the garbage situation. So then, me, because I'm like, listen, so y'all just trying to say that's man's work. So I was like, well, if he broke his ankle and couldn't walk, who would be taking out the garbage? Ding, 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 because it still has to get taken out. So that was my thing. It's like, it's not that, like, as a woman, you're still capable of doing certain things. But now in hindsight, I understand that, yes, that's what for better or worse part of marriage is when he's unable, he got his girl right here who's able and will take care of it. So, yes. So for us, the chores, it's pretty much even. There's certain things that he will do that I don't, and it's just what it is. And Khalik was saying the chart. We had that too growing up. We had the chart, and
You said Khalik said something about the chart.
yeah, he said have a chore chart like Uncle Mark, like his dad did for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make a chore chart like my dad did us. And Mommy said we had a discussion today. Auntie Bibi's had nannies, but she never left them alone. I fell out of the chore chart. There wouldn't be any confusion, right? You gotta check it off when you're done. Ruby and I hold it down, and Poppy and Andre think they are the kings of the kingdom. And Isaac, what? Poppy is the Ray. Es el Ray. I don't know what Ray means in Spanish, Milty. Let's see. Okay. So next, Camille, I would just have a conversation and figure out what each of us wants to do and then get it done. Also help out extra if one of us is tired or has other obligations. That's so true too. It's like, even if something is like your typical duty that you guys have discussed, if you see your partner's been working extra hard, and they're tired and stuff, you can still do it. Like, you don't have to be like, that's not on my chore chart.
Yeah, yeah, that's not teamwork.
Yeah, it's like you want to be considerate and like, look out for your baby. All right. So when the workload gets lopsided, how will you address the issue?
When the workload gets lopsided, I mean, that's okay. It's two things. Your partner should be aware of it being lopsided a little bit, and like we just said, it's kind of like if you getting worn out over there, and I'm just,
living your life like
sipping the lemonade on the beach, I need to kind of be aware of that and help you out.
Right.
So that's one thing. And as far as, I mean, if you feel like, let's say for instance, you feel like it's lopsided, I mean, it's nothing but a conversation.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is just to voice it, because no one is a mind reader. And so, yes, she is. Oh, I hate that this is so delayed, because I don't know what you guys are responding to. Because Auntie Bibi said, "True, watch your tone." So that must have been, I don't know if that was the tone.
That's far back though.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Maybe, hold on, let me pull it up on my phone, but turn down the volume.
What's up, Satara?
Hey, Tara T. Where do you see her? Oh, hey, girl.
Either she did that or she wasn't.
Okay. But yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing. No, your partner is not a mind reader, so you have to verbalize what you're feeling. And if you're feeling like it's, lopsided, just voice that. And everybody who is in here, please like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Hey, Miss Rhonda.
Hey, which side is she on? Instagram. Hi, Miss Rhonda. All right.
We would love some of your comments if you want to get on YouTube with us.
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you guys go to the Power Trip podcast on YouTube, you can chat, because we can't really see your comments on Instagram. But if you guys go over to YouTube,
or just click the link in my bio.
Yes. All right. So next, are you willing or able to hire an outside person help? Yep. We already answered that. Yes, sir. Hired.
Incorporate.
Incorporate. All right. Next one. These are good. I'm telling y'all, these are some good questions to ask. We get some
good picks.
We are.
Compared to last time. Hey, by the way, if y'all enjoying y'all time right now, please click the like button on your screen. Please click the like button and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We having fun with you guys.
Yes. Thank you.
All
right, this will be our last one.
Yeah. So, which friends of your partners do you like most?
Okay. Interesting. And I got to answer this one first.
Yeah.
So Saquon is in a position where he's actually in a transition, an elevation. And so a lot of people who he hung out with before, he doesn't necessarily hang out with now. So as far as that question right there, Boo Biz, talk to me. Talk to me. All right. So as of right now, I would say
What's up, Damien? What's up?
Hey. Was he on?
Mhm.
Hey. Welcome back. So, as far as the people that Saquon hangs out with now, I would say Navarro.
Yeah.
Is the person that I like the most, because I feel like he has a similar mindset as us, and has good morals. He has the desire to build himself up,
Mhm.
and I feel like he's supportive of you and the things that you're doing, and he's not afraid to share information with you. So I would say he would be the favorite friend of yours that you have.
Okay.
Vice versa. Oh, and I got a lot of people. Who's your fave now? See,
So-
but he's on the spot.
So, do you have? Is there anybody at least in our time
please.
that there's a least?
For you?
Yeah, a least favorite friend out of anybody that I've.
Khalik said y'all still have technical difficulties. Y'all quiet. Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us on that?
Let me turn it up.
Can you hear us on that?
Yeah. Khalik, sweet.
It might be you, my
I
friend.
think this one is you. We'll take the blame when it's us, boo, but I think this is you.
Somebody write Khalik in the chat. Let him know that's him because he
Tell
can't
him,
hear us right now.
Tell him how we can hear. Y'all clear on my end. Thank you, Dame. All right.
But yeah,
So, do I have a lease for you?
yeah, like since we've been together, like
since we've been together?
yeah, is there a lease that may have ever come?
That wasn't the question, is it?
Lease.
It sure does say lease. Ooh, I see why you plead the fifth. Is there at least someone that I dislike the least out of it? That one I really would have to think about. Thank you, Camille Stir. Is there that one's I never thought about someone I dislike the least, because honestly, for me, with people, there's really nobody that I can say I dislike.
Okay.
I dislike characteristics of certain people. I dislike actions of certain people, but I always look at the good in people as well. So okie doke. Go ahead. It's your question. No, you got it.
I was about to say a good way to reword this would be, who was the least conducive for my life and our relationship?
The real Catholic answer. Listen, I'm trying to be politically correct here because you still talk to some of these people. Okay.
You know what? I'm not going to put you on the spot like that.
I honestly have to think about it, because there's 3 people who are like top of that list who I feel like would be the least conductive for you. But I don't know who I can say that I think was the worst, because they were all kind of tied. It was just, yeah, we're going to skip. Go ahead. So who do you like the most out of my friends?
Who do I like the most?
Yes.
Who do I like the most out of your friends? Man.
You can say more than one. I'll give you that. You can say more than one.
So just to kind of even this out or make this easy on myself, Janae, you are not a friend. You are family.
True, but that's
you are family.
You are, and you're my best friend.
Yeah, so it's things that I expect out of you, and I don't even think that you would do because you're family, so you don't count.
You're just top.
As far as friends, is 2 at the top, right?
Okay, I think I know.
And I think they know you on 2 different levels, but man,
go ahead, just say it.
I'm gonna say Satara.
That's your fave?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Satara is my favorite because, all right,
we love you too.
For one, me and Satara kind of think alike to a certain extent.
Oh my gosh, phone calls with these 2.
Yeah, so that's one thing, right? as far as her personally, even with the other person that it was up against, they both to me are strong females that go for what they need to go for and handle their business. But what separates Satara from the other would be what I view as far as y'all relationship. So if you and Satara are in the same room, no matter where you're at, anything that's going on, I think y'all together. I feel like y'all would be together. No matter what, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if, let's say we went out of town or something like that, right? Even if I was there or anything, right? If we went somewhere and she's there, that's who you with the most of the time. You get what I'm saying?
She's been my best friend since the 6th grade.
Yeah, so as far as that, I could say that I like that because I like loyalty. I like stuff like that. I like, people that don't switch, don't, never change, anything like that.
And we're very similar.
Yeah. Look, my least.
You have a least?
I'm trying to think.
Out of my friends, who's your least?
My least.
And if you don't have one, we can skip.
I have a least.
You do?
I do have a least.
Wow. You
the least.
Put them
my
out
least.
there?
I don't mind. I don't mind. Who gonna
check me, B?
Right. I mean,
stop.
They could talk to me. And I'm still cool with them, but it's just my least favorite.
Okay.
Aileen.
Oh.
And I can't speak of who she is now because I don't really know her too much right now. But I feel like some of the things that
Kamala.
I still like just some of the things that I listen to or whatever kind of the things, some of her actions kind of like, man, these the type of girls that my friends that she don't like with chase, and it's just kind of like, I don't even chase necessarily those same girls either. So it's just kind of like, that's why it's my least.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's my least. But like, even my friends, when they bring these people around, although these are not the girls that I would chase, I'm still cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm still cool. I'm not judging you or nothing like that. You just do things that I wouldn't necessarily put myself around sometimes. And like I said, from what it seems like, she's growing. So, everybody can move up out of that position.
We still love you, Ag.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Move on to the next.
All right. How do you feel about existing debt and about taking on more debt as a couple?
Oh wait, I was supposed to choose actually.
Okay.
Let's choose a different one. This is real adulting conversations. Indeed. Indeed. Okay. No, not this one. That's about like your marriage ceremony. Oh, you know why we're not choosing good ones? Because I surely said that was the last one. Okay.
It's decent.
This is seriously the last one.
Decent though?
Yeah. How will you decide whose money purchases common and shared items? Satara's grandmother and I had to get you both back together back in the day in gymnastics. Satara and I used to stop talking all the time for no reason, like for literally the smallest reasons in the world. That's because Satara was a bully, and I don't know why I kept her around this long. But yes, and mommy and her grandmother were at gymnastics looking at us like we were crazy because we wouldn't be talking to each other. All right, so how will you decide whose money purchases common and shared items?
Well, we determined that already, and it's it is what it is. Any type of money we got going into a joint account, split down into certain categories. If it's
good night milk,
household things like, let's say, paper towel, right? We already got a category for that, which is our combined money. So that's how we figured it out. That's how
pretty much. It's our money.
Yeah.
So it's not his money, it's not my money, it's our money, and they go into everything that we have to do.
Pretty much. Kept it simple.
Yep.
Good night, Isaac.
Yes, and thank you for joining us, Milts. All right. How will you decide whose money pays for things? Okay, for things used or wanted by just one of you.
A discussion.
Yeah. And because it is both our money, but the way we do it, because there's things like if we want to surprise somebody, if we want to like just have certain things that we just do, like if I'm going out with my girls and stuff, like I could use the joint account, but we decided that we want to give ourselves allowances so we can do certain things, you know, whether it's like a recreational thing that he enjoys doing or I enjoy doing, or if it's like I want to get him a surprise gift, but I don't want him to know. And if it's on the joint account, he's just gonna know.
But if I'm trying to surprise you, right, I'll be chipping away off at the money that I'm adding into the joint account as I'm saving up for it, for instance. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense?
Yeah, but that also depends on how the income comes, because right now it comes, to a different account and then we transfer it over. But it depends like on our, future investments and things like that. So yeah. So basically, honestly, it's our money. Everything is shared. So
either that or you just got to try to make up a new lie.
No, that's not a new lie.
Like the new lie would be like I went and bought somebody a $250 gift card.
No, because I'm gonna really be questioning him then. But I think that's really the only time you wouldn't want someone to know your purchase. Like I wouldn't want him to know my purchase if it's a surprise for him. That's the only time he wouldn't want me to know. Yeah.
Other than that, it's just like I might just come to you and say, "Hey, I'm trying to get this at a certain point or whatever the case may be," and that's just it.
And if you guys haven't, we do have an episode on joint bank accounts. And one big thing is you have to have a number where if you spend above this number, you need to have a conversation with your partner. And also make sure you have a budget, because then you'll know how much you guys have to spend on certain things. But yeah.
And since that video, right, what I'm noticing is that maybe feelings kind of play a part in how much you might feel like you want to talk about or anything like that.
What you mean?
Because in that video, we set a limit and you sure been coming to me about stuff under the limit.
Oh, that's just because I feel like I like to communicate.
No, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You can set a limit. Right. Yeah. You still set your limit because that's like a break, like no breaker. What is it? I don't know. No deal break, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. But that's that's the deal break. Thank you.
Threshold or whatever.
A little dyslexic. All right. But yeah, that is the threshold. Exactly. As a couple, is there no need for individual accounts anymore? That was a question.
There is a need for individual accounts.
As a couple? No.
Yeah, well, that's what we were just saying.
There's not a need for it.
I guess not a need. No.
It's preference. So
check
out our video.
I think in today's world, for that sake, like surprising and things like that. I mean, how else am I really gonna surprise you without a separate account?
Right. I get that. Okay. So
and guess what? I already know how I'm gonna do it now. I know how I'm gonna do it now.
Okay.
I'll never tell you, but
out of our joint account?
Yeah, and you'll never know.
Okay. So, anywho, back to your question, Dave. I don't think there is a need for individual accounts when you're married. Now, when you're just dating, yes, because you haven't made that commitment yet. We started our joint account like literally a few months before we got married, but we knew we were getting married. But I do think while you're dating, it should be separate. But then once you're married, you guys become one. So literally, even if he's making more than me, like as a household, this is our money. So it's not like, I feel like sometimes with individual bank accounts, it's like, well, that's his money. This is my money. And, some people have a joint bank account where they'll say for the bills, we just put that in there, but it keeps everything separate. So I don't feel like as a married couple, when you're saying like we're going to be one, that mindset is conducive to that notion. Like, how can you really be one and say, well, this is my money, you can't touch this, you don't have access to this, and that's just your money, you don't have access to it. I just don't feel like that is conducive to that notion of unity and being one.
Now, it is a need if you have...
Yes, Khalid.
Go ahead and type your question, Khalid. It's a need if you have someone in a relationship, and like if your partner is like,
know who you're dating,
has no type of responsibility type traits,
they're
or whatever,
irresponsibly spenders.
Yeah, you know that they don't pay their rent.
That there would be a need.
Yeah,
because honestly, like if you put everything in one pot, that's such a great point. If you put everything in one pot and you know your partner has a spending addiction or issues, like they're just not financially savvy, then it's a need, because if they go and cousin,
yes,
hi cousin, if they go and spend money,
and Crystal,
hey Crystal, okay, I was like, which Crystal?
I think I don't need no one.
If they go and spend money that, was for the rent and there's like for your bills and stuff, and now you can't pay it because they were in the joint account, that's an issue. Yeah. So in that case, I will say that is a need. That's a very good caveat. Yeah. So it all depends on the couple, but I do think for majority of couples, it should be one. How much would
you childish as hell?
I was really gonna read it, so I'm like,
you childish as hell.
Would check. Good night, Auntie BB.
You was gonna read that whole thing.
Just nephew. Why not me?
Good night, Auntie BB.
What about your godchild? But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. And if you do have separate accounts, I do think that your partner should have access or be like a beneficiary on your account or something like that when you're married.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and go
ahead.
As far as my account, my PIN number and everything, so it ain't.
Yeah, it's like, what is there to hide, or why feel the need to say this is mine and that is yours when you're married? It just doesn't align to me.
If all the money go missing, I know you at a real crisis in life, and maybe we don't need to be together at this time.
Through better or worse.
No, if you took all the money and I don't know nothing, then maybe
for better or worse, you better figure it out.
And you ain't tell me nothing?
You better take me to counseling.
Nah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Nah, you ain't going.
What were your vows?
I know what the vows were.
Okay, we'll live up to it.
You ain't about to drain me like that.
He's talking because he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going anywhere. All right. I got a real question. Okay, ask your question, man.
If it's a real question, ask it.
Yes. But yeah, so that's just my opinion. All right, we're going to take Khalid's question and then we're going to get off. But this is a good conversation. Thank you guys all for joining us. If you're just joining us, make sure you like this video.
I swear you childish as hell.
And that's why you spelled it wrong. How many links? Yeah, licks. Exactly. Trying to be childish. But
you got issues, yo.
But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. Our Instagram peeps. We're on YouTube right now, but we're about to get off. But yeah, we love you all, and until next time,
love you all,
and stay tuned. So check out our previous videos that we did on our YouTube page, Power Trip Podcast, and then we have some fun new things in store for next week. So I'm excited about that. Good night, guys. Love you.
Enjoy your night. Wait.
No, colleague. Nope. Sorry, kid. You better text Saquon. Okay, Damien, it's okay. We're glad you joined us regardless.
That's all that matters.
Yes. All right, y'all. Good night. Did Auntie Baby ever say good night to me?
I think so.